first we have seen there is one thing called as primary wave. This is created from focus. Okay. It is created from focus due to release of energy. If we look at this, it is a longitudinal wave. It is a longitudinal wave, moves by compression, and rarefaction. This one can pass through solid as well as liquid. It can pass through solid as well as liquid. So that is our primary wave. That is first thing, the primary wave. This primary wave leads to formation of secondary waves. They are also called as shear waves or S wave. Okay. So they are created due to the primary waves. The secondary waves are created due to the primary waves. Because from every point on primary wave, there is going to be a creation of a new wave, a secondary wave. Okay. So from this secondary wave, what we see that this one is a transverse wave. This one is a transverse wave. The direction of propagation perpendicular to oscillation of particles. What we see that this one cannot pass through liquid. The question is why? Because no elasticity in liquid. Liquid is not having the elasticity, and here the particles will not come back. The liquid is not having that elasticity that it will come back. So here in this case, we see that the secondary waves will not be able to pass through the liquid. And what we see that when both these things, when they reach surface, they are going to create surface waves. They are going to create the surface waves. So when they are reaching to the surface, they are going to create another wave which is called as surface wave. So that is the third type of wave which is going to be created. The primary, secondary we have seen. When the primary and secondary, when they reach to the surface of Earth, they will create another wave which is called as surface wave. Now when we talk about this surface wave, it is also of two different types. Okay. The surface wave, it is also of two different types. One is the Rayleigh waves. and another is the love waves. So just look at the picture carefully. One is the horizontal shaking of the ground. One is the horizontal shaking of the ground and one is the vertical shaking of the ground. So there is a difference. In the case of love waves, you can see this block is going like here. You will find the block is going like this. There is a horizontal shaking. Means if suppose this is the earth surface, so earth surface is going to have the horizontal shaking. Okay, this is going to be a horizontal shaking of the earth surface, and then there is going to be the another one which is going to be like this, the vertical oscillation. Okay, so there is going to be two different oscillation. There is going to be a horizontal and a vertical. Okay, there is going to be the horizontal shaking. Horizontal shaking of earth surface, and here we are going to have the vertical shaking. Here we are going to have the vertical shaking of earth surface. So you can see this. Here the earth crust is having this horizontal or a clockwise like movement. Okay. So it is like moving like this. The surface will go up and down. So that is the Rayleigh waves. And then there is the love waves. The waves are moving in the horizontal manner. Means suppose that you are standing at a location. Suppose you are standing here at this point. So this point will be moving like it will be moving like this. Okay, first the point will come here, then the point will go here. So it is a horizontal shaking. On the ground itself, you are going to, let's say you are standing at a position. So first you are going here and then you are going here. So this is the horizontal shaking. That suppose I am standing here, if I move to this portion and then again I move to this portion. So this is the horizontal shaking, and vertical shaking means the earth will go up and down, up and down. So here we have this two different type of shaking, the Rayleigh waves and the love waves. These are the two types of surface wave. Now tell me, which one is dangerous? Primary, secondary or surface wave? Which one is dangerous? Primary waves. Which one is destructive? All waves are dangerous. Which one is destructive? Primary, secondary or the surface wave? Which one is the destructive one? So surface waves are going to cause the displacement. When it is the love wave, it will lead to separation of the land. Okay. Sometimes when there is earthquake, you may have seen that the earth cracks. Sometimes you may have seen that the cracking of the earth. Okay. And sometimes you see the toppling of the buildings. So these things are caused due to the surface wave. The surface waves are the most destructive one.